Welcome to another episode of Why Would You Tell Me That? I'm going to look at the camera for this bit and then back to you.
Do whatever you feel. I treat me like a talk show.
Okay.
So on occasion, you must address the audience, and the audience is over there. Okay. But I'm the guest.
But you're not the guest. You're
no, I am. I'm so important.
You're not.
You're
not. You're
important.
A co-host, so you're even more important than a guest.
I don't know. Well,
what about this? How about when I'm meant to be addressing the audience, I'll talk to you, and I'm meant to be talking to you, I'll talk to the audience, and it'll be like basically Bohemian Rhapsody. I'll be looking at the side of your head at some point, and then I'll be looking over there.
I know what we do.
Yes.
Right, in a second, you're going to address the camera, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stare at the live studio audience beyond the camera.
Oh.
Okay, to give the impression, and then Diarmuid, if you could, Diarmuid's our producer, if you could insert talk show, late night American talk show style whoops and hollers. Okay, so you just go direct to camera.
Sorry for the people listening to the podcast, by the way. Welcome to another episode of Why Would You Tell Me That?
I tell you, I'm glad to be here tonight, guys.
Oh God. Well, yeah.
No, you don't have to do it. You're just putting it all in.
Oh, he's putting it in.
My new movie is out November 12th.
Shut up.
It's gonna be a great movie.
No, November 12th. You said 12th. Oh, you're such an amateur. If this is the first episode you've ever listened to of Why Would You Tell Me That? One, where have you been? And two, this is pretty much the tone and tenor of the show. We will get to amazing facts, because that's what we do.
Point.
We tell each other random facts. We don't need to explain at this point. Dave Moore.
Hey.
I have a couple of crackers for you in the second half.
Love it. I hope they don't. I've never thought about this. What happens if we have the same fact in the same episode?
I think
sorry, we should point out, we don't clear it with each other.
No, we don't.
Don't give each other a heads up. Like, we've no idea what's going on. You might get the odd cryptic question from Neil. Like, sometimes you might go, have you ever eaten a banana upside down on a ski lift? And I'll go, no. And he goes, have a think about that for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'll get
the
most. That's as much as I could glean from that conversation is, what the hell is he talking about?
I think the reason we don't come up with the same stuff is that we are so fundamentally different in every meaningful way.
So right.
In such do you know the way they say that when we all die and the pathologist does because let's face it, you're going to die in suspicious circumstances. There's going to be a pathologist.
There's going to be no suspicion. It's going to be, yes, he did eat a wheelbarrow tiramisu, and that's why he is expired.
Yeah, we won't know if it's that though, or whatever other confectioner that does it. But I reckon it'll be so suspicious. Dr. Mary Cassidy will be brought back out of retirement from writing a very successful novel to figure out why this man is 50% glucose and 50% fructose. There's actually no blood in him at all whatsoever.
That's all it is.
But you know what they say? At a molecular level, you and I would look the same. All humans would look the same.
Yeah.
I think that we are so fundamentally different. Even there, we won't.
Yeah, everyone else, we're all made up of the space between atoms.
Yes.
That's what we're made
Your
up of.
Your mitochondria are the shape of Gibson guitars.
Yeah.
This is my theory. No, because I'm interested in kind of politics. We're both interested in sport. I'm interested in politics and history. You're more interested in music. I'm more knowledgeable about music.
In sport, we completely differ on the two sides of the greatest rivalry in sport, which is Liverpool-Manchester United. I
have a great question for you in Patreon when we get to that.
Nice. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do a quiz in Patreon. Okay. I'm going to address the camera. If you're watching this on YouTube, we have a Patreon. Support us. It's like a $5. It's nothing. But over there, there's going to be an amazing prize worth winning based on observancy.
Oh, okay. Sign up to support us on Patreon. I'm going to give away 2 tickets to the Olympia show, the stand-up show.
My prize is not as good as that.
On Patreon. I'm doing the Olympia on May the 8th, and I've just added another one on September the 20th. So we'll give away a couple of tickets on Patreon. Now, let's get to the meat of this episode.
Okay. I think
the marrow of this episode.
Full of fructose and glucose. That's what my marrow is. Cells. My marrow is simply the syrup with which McDonald's Coca-Cola is synthesized from. That's what runs through my veins.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I lost interest halfway through that analogy. Okay.
Well, you're going to get that checked. You need to up your sucrose levels. Okay. I feel like when I told the incredible story of the Whittington brothers who flew cocaine in and out of America and then went on to become the Le Mans winners, I feel like perhaps we were doing the great country of Colombia a bit of a stereotypical disservice.
Okay.
You know, harking back to the late 70s to Pablo and all that thing, and as if that's the only thing, you know, that Colombia is known for, much like ourselves, if this was an American podcast, the fighting Irish.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, drinking and fighting and whatever. Like, we would be not offended, but kind of just like, really? Is it that So I feel I needed to kind of redress the balance a little bit and give Colombia, and particularly Bogotá, the city in Colombia, its dues.
Okay.
Because it has something incredible that is the envy of the entire world.
Before you get to that, can I tell you my one Colombian story?
Please tell me.
I met a Colombian dude once in a ride share, in an Uber in Miami once, right? And he said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "Colombia."
Sorry. In a lot of places, a ride share is just a threesome.
That's what we call it. It was weird. I had to book him. I had to rate him afterwards. It was great. I got 5 stars.
Okay. Good passenger. Left the place spotless.
Give me a large tip. That's worse. That's even worse.
You said it.
Notice I said large.
Yes,
I went, this is going to be filthy.
I was impressed.
But I'm going to
Yeah.
talk too much. And so I said, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "I must have told you this before."
No, I don't.
I said, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "Colombia." And I went, "Oh, I always wanted to go Colombia, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and 100 Years of Solitude."
Because immediately
and,
you went for, I presume that's a political figure, right?
he's an author.
An author.
And Shakira.
Right, because when you said Gabriel, I immediately thought of, there's some footballer I should know here from Colombia.
The guy with the...
Carlos Valderrama.
Valderrama.
No, 100%. But I immediately thought, like, when you said a name, I was like, who does he play for?
Yeah.
No, of course you were talking about some author. Because we are fundamentally on a molecular level very different.
Yeah, but then I went for Valderrama and Shakira.
Shakira.
And I said, "I'd love to go there sometime." And he goes, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Ireland." And he went, "I love your butter."
Okay. I love your butter.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's a good thing to be known for.
Yeah.
That's far better than fighting and drinking.
Well, I was just looking at him and he went, "It's addictive." And I was like, "And you're from where?" And he went Medellin. And I was like, "Okay." And I didn't say anything more than that. And he realised some of the stereotypes involved in that particular statement.
And that's what I'm trying to veer away from.
Yeah.
Stereotypes. So, in Bogotá, in Colombia, Colombia, one of my favorite words to say in my Spanish accent, Colombia, they have traffic problems just like any other major city. Okay. Got too many cars on the road. Peak times are difficult. There's bikes, there's trucks, there's vans, there's buses, there's cyclists, there's everything you don't need. It's all there. So what they decided to do was they decided to we all try and discourage people from driving.
Yeah.
This is a big thing in modern, urban environments, is discourage the individual in a car. Look, I know it makes sense. Like, you've got a big giant 2-ton car. Mine's electric, but not everyone's electric. So you're spewing out something out the back and you're carrying one passenger and their little bag and their laptop into work, whatever. So, a ride share makes a lot of sense, for example, where you could perhaps, use those lanes they have in America where if you've got more than one person in the car, you can drive on a lane. But if you only got one person, you're not allowed to drive. There's those kind of things. There's bus lanes, there's cycle lanes. We do all these things and we try to discourage the individual car driver, but it happens. It's not going away. People like those moments of solitude in their car. They like the kind of self-powered, I don't mean the car self-powered, but I mean the fact that they can go, I can
in a Flintstones car.
Yes. I mean the fact that they can decide to leave at a certain point and also go wherever they want. On the way home, maybe I want to go to the shops, or I want to go visit my friend,
and sometimes
or I want to come to Neil Delamere's
public
house.
transport doesn't actually fit the route that you're on. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So there's all these things, right? So we try and discourage them, but it doesn't always happen. So the thinkers in Bogotá, they had a better idea. Instead of bus lanes, they built a BRT, a bus rapid transit system. We have one famously in Ireland called the Dublin Area Rapid Transit System, which is a DART, which is a train. And currently it runs in one straight line. That's fine. So other cities have them all different directions. We have a one line along the coast, and it goes from north to south, south to north, whatever. But it does what it's supposed to do. It has stations along the way. It carries people. What they did was they built infrastructures in Bogotá specifically for buses. And I don't mean a bus lane. I mean bus roads. I mean, there are physical barriers that prevent you. As a car, you cannot drive in there. The buses, they're never in traffic because they're not in the traffic is there beside them, but the traffic can't get into the bus and the bus can't get into the traffic. So at no point does the bus have to cross the traffic. No point does it have to be in the traffic briefly. Think about a bus lane. All a bus lane is the road of traffic with it's only for buses. So
Yeah.
it means more cars in the single lane beside it. So then when the bus needs to pull out or whatever, overtake a parked car, do whatever, it's pulling into it's creating more traffic.
In Dublin, a bus lane is largely an artistic expression. Someone draws a big, thick line,
Yeah.
and beyond which you must not pass.
And
but
it
if you
writes-
really have to pass,
You really have to pass.
Yeah.
And it writes lawn a bus in
Yeah,
it, which is
and
the
that's
Irish
enough.
for bus lane.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, artistic interpretation thereof.
There's a brilliant bus lane fact about Ireland,
on.
which we've mentioned in the podcast before. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when they are they're doing some ancient Irish spell, and they have writing. We've talked about this before.
Oh, I
but
remember.
They have this Irish writing, and what they did, but it's actually an announcement of a new bus lane in Dublin.
Because they just took the
They just took a random piece
for a global
of
audience. It
Irish
doesn't make
language.
any
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
That was just a random thing. Okay, so by not having the buses in traffic, you take them out of traffic. They run on time.
Yeah.
They run super efficiently. What they do is you don't get on the bus and pay. Let's face it. No matter how well planned your bus route is, no matter how easy you make it with a tap on your phone or an app, whatever, people fumble. You get your bag and you're putting your hands in trying to find your wallet. And is it on my phone? Do I have the card? I left the card at home. Can I pay with the thing? Oh, I need exact change. I don't have. So getting onto the bus is inefficient because you're paying as you get on. You don't do that in the BRT in Bogotá. You walk up to a station and you pay to get into the station. And then when you get on the bus, you just get on the bus that comes along because you've paid already to get in. There's no paying. The bus is already, if you're in there, you've paid. It's exactly like a train station, but it's for buses on the streets. They build these stations. In you go, pay to walk in the door. Once you're through, you don't have to worry about it. The bus comes along, doors open, you get on.
This is class.
It is class.
How do we know how many passengers it carries?
I'll get there.
Oh.
I'll get there. The buses are also bigger than normal buses, okay? They always have at least two in those bendy bus type things, which
yeah.
are great fun. And sometimes double that. The standard measurement is 25 meters long. Now,
Like a swimming pool.
Exactly. A good-sized Irish swimming pool. Like a Mercedes S-Class is one of the biggest, longest cars you can get.
This is how Dave Moore. This is how we know. This is the Portmarnock unit of measurement. An S class. How long is an S class,
is
Dave?
between 6 and 7 meters long. So you
How
are
do you know
talking
that?
4 S-Classes length of a huge bus. And obviously, I don't know if I've done it on this or if I've done it on my radio show, but it was on a radio show, I think. And Ask Dave is a thing I do on there. It's a little bit like this podcast, but people ask me questions. But one of the questions was, how does a bus have 2 people, an aisle and 2 people, and it can fit all those people, and my car can only fit me and my missus and whatever? The answer is the bus drivers are better drivers than you. They
Okay.
can drive these huge things. They can fit, the seats are smaller. There's all the physics of it, but they're just brilliant drivers.
Who is the first person? Those bendy buses, right? Who is the first person to have designed that? Who sat there and went, what would it look like if a van an accordion? What would that look like?
Do you remember the City Imp
if a
bus?
transit
Do you remember?
humped a bellows?
Do you remember the City Imp bus
Yeah,
in Dublin?
yeah.
The City Imp bus was a little bus, the 123.
Used to hide.
It was yellow and red. It had a little picture on the back of it, like a little devil with little horns.
Yeah.
It was an attractive bus. So I can see why another bus might want to hump the City
What do
Imp.
you mean it was an attractive bus? Do you know there's a thing on the internet where there's a fella fell in love with his car. Have you ever
Oh,
seen that
yeah, I've
thing?
seen him.
Like, and I mean it's I don't want to kink shame anybody, but there's stuff that's pretty much out there.
Yeah, and I think I'm there with the City Imp bus.
You
I
just-
think I find
Well,
I find her attractive.
Just imagine you on Dundee late at night or carzone.ie going, the filter I want isn't necessarily on this. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to know what the transmission is or whether it's electric or not or the miles per gallon. I want to know what's the diameter of the exhaust.
I'm emailing TFI Transport for Ireland. Have you any City Imps left in the impound?
Listen.
They're not efficient enough to be on the roads.
Yeah, I'll take them off your hands. Do you know when people traffic humans?
Yeah.
Can you people go, God, the buses are in that traffic. You're the man who would traffic
The
buses.
bus, if possible.
The wheel. Oh, what you were saying for it? The wheels on the bus do go round and round, round and round, round and round. The pervert on the bus goes.
The man on the bus, not the man with a predilection for bus travel on the bus goes. That's all that is. It's perfectly innocent.
Why are you sitting? You know that special state that that
This seat is reserved.
that transfers all. Just over the wheel arch. You're the only man in the world who would design a bus that has only those seats. It's like one of those armoured vehicles. It has 9 wheels on one side and 9 wheels in the other. And you just sit there.
The reason it says this seat is reserved is because it wants to protect you and your clothes from what has been done to the seat. That's why it's not. You can sit down at the back if you want. Don't sit on these seats.
This bus is stopping.
I bet it is. You know those rumble strips near roundabouts.
For an extra tenner, I'll drive over the cat's eyes.
Okay. So my love of buses aside,
Okay.
the bendy bus, you're absolutely right. Effectively, it's a train. Okay, think about it. So it's you've got the engine in the bus is driving, and then attached to it is yet an engine-free compartment. So, and it's attached with the bendy bits and the thing, so that no one's on the outside or whatever. Genius idea. But in Colombia, these things are double the size, quadruple the size in cases.
25 meters
Because
long.
again, there's no other traffic. The bus is going it can't be delayed.
Yeah.
It can't be it's always on time, and it's always taking passengers. So it's the gold standard of passengers of bus travel all around the world. It's fast, it's reliable, it's massively high capacity. To put it in perspective, it moves more passengers in a day than most underground metro services do.
Oh my good God.
Yeah. So,
And you would say they're the most efficient.
everyone
form.
thinks they're the most efficient because
Okay.
obviously you can fit so many people on so many carriages,
Yeah.
and it goes. No,
It usually goes donkey, buses, metro service.
yeah,
Well, you're saying
we're flipping this.
You were flipping this.
We're going donkey,
Buses.
metro. Buses at the top. Yeah. So
buses carry more people than
So
most
think about that.
undergrounds. That's
When you
unbelievable.
need to go underground, your travel time is increased by walking to the station, but then going underground is a massive time issue. And then obviously you've got to find the right train on the right platform going the right direction. When you do this, you're effectively entering an underground system, if you want to draw that analogy to it. But it's on the surface.
But like that, yeah.
You walk in, you bip, you pay, you do whatever. All the faff is outside of where the bus is.
unbelievable.
It's so unbelievable. They're also better than the environment. For the environment, they reckon they've only done this for 2 years, but the study after 2 years is that it cuts emissions by 70% per passenger per kilometre.
Good Lord.
Seriously,
if we could,
so much.
If we could, we didn't even have our green line and Lewis lines linked up.
The green and red, no.
Sorry, the green and red,
Yeah.
Lewis lines. And these have figured this
So
out.
they have literally built new infrastructure in the city specifically for these giant bendy buses. And as I said, now moves more than your Paris Metro, your London Underground, your New York Subway. Like unbelievable stuff.
Maybe not those ones. But
Maybe not, but more than most
cities.
of the metros underground
Wow.
do. Yeah,
That's unbelievable.
isn't it? So hats off to Bogotá.
What? Well, gracias to Bogotá. That is...
Let me give you one more.
Okay.
This is great. The equals sign.
Yeah.
So I want you to go back to the 1500s.
Equals.
Oh yeah, equals. Yeah, oh, nice. Was that your MC name? You
Yeah.
MC Neil D.
Well, that was my MC. The other side would have to say...
Very good.
I'm not even going to finish that.
No,
We're on the same level.
He doesn't need to.
Okay.
Go back to Wales, a place called Tenby in Wales in the 1500s. There's a guy called Robert Record,
Okay.
which is a great name for what this fella does.
Robert Record.
Record.
He
REC,
died either at
REE.
48 or 45 or 78.
or 33 or 3rd. Tenby in the 1500s was a very busy seaport.
Okay.
And in the seaport, you'd sailors arriving from all over Europe and they're bringing the goods with them. So there was a need to keep record of what was coming into Tenby. So you're talking about, weights, measures.
And he was called Robert Record.
He was called Robert Record,
Okay,
which
right.
is why I say his name. Good. But there's
Him and Janie Bookkeeper set up a little business.
so there's taking of notes on complex mathematical things is required. Robert Record was a great mathematician. Okay. So he got the job of keeping track of everything that was coming into Tenby. It's a massive job. But he's a little bit different than most mathematicians. Mathematicians in the 1500s do all their maths in Latin.
Okay.
Right? It's the standardized language for calculations all over Europe. Robert's like, I ain't doing that. I'm doing it in English.
Right.
So he's using regular English numbers to keep his records. He also writes his records. Again, his name, Robert Record, right? He writes his records in a very conversational style, as opposed to this very kind of prosaic way that other mathematicians in other ports would do it. So that meant then that it could be the information could be easily transferred to the local government, easily transferred to the royal family. It could be, the people who run the country go, yeah, Tenby's easy, mate. It's 15 million of these and 25, as opposed to, allow me to translate from Latin.
Yeah.
Tenbius deliveriorius, whatever. So it was just way better. So he'd write things down like bacon, 5 boxes, potatoes, 3 sacks, dates, 5 crates, whatever. He was very, very good at his job. But he had one problem. He found himself consistently having to write is equals to over and over and over again on his records.
Okay.
Because he would have to prove by doing balance sheets that all of the bacon that came in was sold for this much money, and this is the much money we got.
Yeah.
Therefore, all this bacon was equal, and he had to do that every transaction pretty much. So he was bored sick of writing is equals to. So he invented a sign. He invented a sign to simply deal with the words is equals to. And this is a quote from him. He says, to avoid the tedious repetition of these words is equal to, I will use instead 2 parallel lines of one length thus, because nothing could be more equal. And so our current globally recognized equal symbol comes from Robert Record in Tenby in Wales in the 1500s, who just went, beep, beep.
How do we not know this?
I don't know.
That is, that's top 10. Why would you tell me that fact?
Yeah. Now, there's a little bit more, which is great. Robert Record was a very important mathematician. Was he exalted? Do we know about him? No.
Big Bobby Sums. We don't know.
Why is he not famous?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why he's not famous.
What did he
Because
do?
he was a man of principles.
Okay.
Oh no, we still like him.
Okay.
He was a man of principles, and he pointed out things that were wrong when he felt it was right to do so.
Uh-oh.
And the Earl of Pembroke was a man who was very powerful, but not a very good man.
Okay.
And what Robert Record saw was corruption. And Robert Record took to a public forum and accused the Earl of Pembroke of corruption because he saw that it was wrong. He was
honesty equals beheading.
Well, it certainly equals spending the rest of your life in the King's Bench debtors prison in Southwark.
Oh no.
He was sued and fined and imprisoned until he died.
No way.
The man who invented the equal symbol, Robert Record,
was essentially undone by the inequality of society at the time.
Which
that is amazing.
Isn't it?
When he was buried, I mean, if you're going to do this, now I'm saying the Earl of Pembroke was obviously a bad man, but if that was me, I would also kill whoever is closest to him, and in the grave I would have another coffin, right? So I'd have his coffin, and then his loved one's coffin. Of equal length,
gotcha.
Even if they were differently heighted,
yes, because you could stack the bottom of the coffin if needs be.
I would still have both of them.
I've got another suggestion for you. You could just halve him.
You could.
You don't need to kill anyone else.
Yeah, but see, I was blinded by my bloodlust.
You were thinking of the Earl of Pembroke.
You see, what happened there was my symmetry took off my bloodlust. And I'd be standing beside the grave going, ha, his wife is exactly the same height as him. And then you, as my advisor, would have gone, we could have just halved him. I said, of course.
Yes.
I should have listened to you.
That's why I'm still in the job I'm in.
Alderman Dave, I should have listened to you.
But how about that? Robert Record
is amazing.
Invented. Remember that. That's what is one of the ones you'll bring to the pub. That Robert Record, this Welsh mathematician in the 1500s, was bored of writing is equals to, and they came up with Neil's rap name.
Wow, I'd love to know who else, because I know that Ed Sheeran, didn't he invent all the other ones, like multiplied by and divided by
division,
and all those ones?
That was him.
But I did not know that. That's. I mean, I've got some good ones.
Oh no, I thought you'd like that.
But
I thought
my God, that's pretty good. Okay, join me and Dave in the second half, where I can see. I don't think I can beat them.
That's fine. Don't worry.
I don't think I can beat them. I think I can join them.
That's what it's all about.
Okay, good.
Welcome back to part 2 of Why Would You Tell Me That with him, Neil Delamere, and me, Dave Moore. We tell each other facts. I've just told Neil a couple of facts about Bogotá's BRT system and Robert Record, the man who invented equals. But Neil now is going to wow me and you with incredible facts.
Okay, I have 2 for you. One is really nice and sweet,
I
and
like
one
that.
is kind of just silly.
Okay.
Do you know Hercule Poirot?
I've heard of him.
Yes, he's a famous. David Suchet played him.
Yes.
Yeah. Peter Ustinov played him years and years ago, but I think most people our age would know kind of David Suchet because he played him for years and years and years on TV. Okay.
The wonderful, long, brill-creamed moustache.
Little moustache.
Yeah.
And he was he's very particular, very precise and all the rest. So David Suchet has admitted he wanted to get into character, Dave.
Okay.
And he's talked about, he's a lovely old-fashioned sort of actor speaking voice. You know those guys who they've trained and it's really deep and it's low.
Right,
And
yeah.
he brought
Lots
it up.
of projection.
Yes, when they talk about, yes, well, that's a chest voice.
Brian Blessed is a great one of theirs.
And he talks all of it.
Sugar on my cornflakes. He is someone
Yeah.
in Peppa Pig.
Is he?
Is he? They're digging up the roads. No, I don't know if he's Mr. Bull. He might be Mr. Bull,
It's
or
a
he
great-
might be Grandpa someone actually.
But you know the way actors of that generation, they all had, like, Peter O'Toole is a lovely speaking
Yeah.
voice. Richard Harris is a lovely.
Do you know what my
speaking
favorite
voice.
was? My favorite voice ever. in
Richard
the whole,
Burton.
No, the whole history of the world. Really want to remember his name. It's Richard as well.
You can't
no,
love him
I
that
know it.
much.
I know it.
Okay.
I do.
Give me a clue and see if I can guess him. Is he your favorite?
It's my favorite
actors?
voice, anyone's voice in the whole entire world.
Okay.
Now, obviously, there's
An actor.
He's an actor. There's nostalgia in this because obviously I would have watched this
Richard Chamberlain.
program that he's famously in. Television actor, I would say, more
Okay.
than
Okay.
most.
Richard Whiteley, first host of Countdown.
No, he is a British man, an English man, and he just has
Richard the Lionheart.
the most beautiful voice.
Richard Attenborough.
No, great shout. No, he was in The Good Life.
Richard Bryars.
Richard Bryars.
Oh, go.
Diarmuid, just give me 5 seconds of Richard Bryars, please.
Yeah.
Now look, love, we've got to expect setbacks. We just had one. Let's put it behind us and battle on. To the future.
And I don't know what it is, but I adore that.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, David Suchet has a lovely natural speaking voice, so he kind of adopted a kind of head voice, is what he would describe it, to talk like Hercule Poirot. That's not the most interesting part of the process, I thought. The actor, a few years ago when it was being remade, admitted on TV how he created the Belgian detective's gait, how he walked.
Okay.
And he did it by holding a penny between his bum cheeks when he first started preparing for the role in the
No, he
1980s.
didn't.
He absolutely did.
What?
He has admitted this on television. That slightly sort of...
Yes. I mean, stick up your... I mean, it's very, as you said, deliberate. And
Activate your glutes, but don't take long strides.
Wow.
And yeah, so he said, when I read how Poirot walked, the description is that he crossed the lawn with his usual rapid mincing gait. That was the description that was
Okay.
given. And he says, I remembered Laurence Olivier. Oh, Laurence Olivier. Trying to find a walk like that, a way to walk like that, because he was doing some restoration fop at some point.
Sure.
And he used a penny and put it gently in between the cheeks of his
and
bum.
held it in place.
And held it. And he went, that's what I'm going to do.
Now, I know you're talking about David Suchet and
Yes.
and Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
But again, I remember in a previous episode where we reached for a fashion icon.
Yeah.
And we settled on Cary Grant.
Yeah.
We have now listed a string of actors.
Yes.
All of whom are long deceased.
1950s and 60s.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, like, is our cultural touchstone... What? Is our cultural touchstone, is the word I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I mean, is it the rise and fall of Reginald Perrin? I mean, where are we? Like, why can we not just stay?
Gotta rip up
Can
the
we not
Rigsby
just-
facts.
Can we not just stay in 2026? Why is everything in the 50s, 60s? And,
I don't know, because I saw that and I thought it was quite
No,
funny.
no. No. The
And
fact
the
is
penny,
amazing.
but the penny that
Yeah.
he used is in the British Museum of Pop Culture.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. It is. Can you
just don't
imagine?
know. You don't know with you.
If he turned up went, this is a bit unusual. I'd like to make a deposit. Now,
A donation.
Okay, there's a story. You're going to have to put it on the card. You know, in the glass box. People are
What a
going to read
great
it.
story to have if you did have it. Come on.
What coin would you use? I would go for an old-fashioned 50 pence piece Irish.
Oh, so you want all of the
I want the
rugged-
curves. I want the curves.
No, they're not curves. They're
Yeah, sorry,
they're jagged edges.
Yeah, well, they're not.
It was a heptagon.
Was it?
Heptagon,
I want
seven-sided.
because I want to hold on to it with
Oh,
my
I see
bum
what you
cheeks.
mean.
I think a penny would be too difficult.
I would go
Do
for.
you think he built up to the penny, or do you think he had that sort of
Well, what's he using beforehand?
gluteus maximus fortitude at the start, or would you have to train?
No.
because that's quite a small.
Oh, you mean build down to the penny? Like
Yes.
you could start with
Build
know,
muscles up, but
start with a can of beans.
yeah.
work your way down slowly through other cylindrical objects.
Imagine a can of beans.
I don't know.
Can of beans, Pringles,
The small Pringles.
Yeah,
Small Pringles.
A Baraka tube.
Rocket shoot. Now that would be impressive.
And then you're working your way
working
down.
Yeah.
A roll of pennies.
Of course.
Like you'd use to beat someone in prison or whatever.
That's what you do.
And then all the way down to a penny. It's quite
I
impressive.
would go because I don't think I have the glute strength to hold it for an entire take.
Yeah.
So I think I would have to go for like a poker chip. That's I think I'd need the 6 mil.
The sort of girth.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think if I went penny, like was that 1 mil, 2 mil, maybe. All you'll hear is like I'll enter the drawing room,
Yeah.
and immediately my line will be,
I've gathered you here today.
Madame. I have gathered you here to ping.
I hear
sorry.
Now, what way are you holding it? Are you holding it like a frisbee? Or are you holding it?
I'm holding it. So okay, so I know it's visual for some people. You've got left arse cheek, right arse cheek, and much
No,
like
I think most people. Did we need to go into that level of detail?
I think I am inserting the coin in the slot.
But but is the coin horizontal?
No, the coin is vertical.
The coin is vertical, like this.
Why were you horizontaling it?
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering what level of control he had. I can guarantee you one thing: you will never watch an early episode of Poirot again without trying to figure out the moment of he's tempencing there.
I like the way you think it's about me watching an old episode of Poirot, which I don't know where I've ever seen.
No, but if
what
it's on-
no. What you've missed the point is I am going home, and the first thing I am doing is taking out a series of different sized coins and Baraka tubes and seeing which one I can actually do.
I'm gonna hear like in The Simpsons, I'm gonna hear a screech of tires and a smash outside the door as you've tried it in the car. I don't even think you're gonna get home. I knew we would get some mileage out of that.
That's great.
Okay, so that's the silly thing. Can I tell you something? You want an updated reference? How about something that's 2,000 years
Okay,
old?
now you're talking.
I really like this because it's kind of sweet. Okay, and I think this is comparable to that amazing equals fact in the first half. The holiest site in the world to Christians is looked after by Muslims.
That is sweet,
Isn't
but I
it?
need more details.
Okay. This isn't that Saladin once met Padre Pio conspiracy theory that you're thinking about. So I would argue that it's the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, right? So the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem is, if you're a Catholic, right, or if you're any Christians, they believe that this is where Jesus was laid to rest. And if you're a Catholic, do you remember the Stations of the Cross? The last few Stations of the Cross, which are the bits that Catholics kind of venerate, and they're these stages. So they're like Jesus is nailed to the cross, Jesus dies on the cross, Jesus is laid in the tomb. This is where 4 or 5 of those take place, this building.
okay,
So,
right.
So this Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and sepulchre, by the way, is a small room or a monument cut into rock and built of stone in which a person is laid or buried. Okay, so you're talking about Christians believe that this is the place Jesus was buried.
When I
Okay.
was a young teenager,
Yes.
there was a Brazilian thrash metal band that came out.
Called.
And they weren't called Sepulchre.
Okay.
They were called Sepultura.
Yeah.
And we, as Irish people, said Sepultura for so long. I can't wait to see Sepultura. They're coming. Our Sepultura are coming. Yeah, they're playing McGonagall. I'm going to go. It's class. And we went there, and the very first thing out of Max Cavalera, the lead singer's mouth, was, "We are Sepultura!" And we all went, "Oh my God! It's not even Sepultura!" So, apologies to our Brazilian friends.
I love this. So 2 Muslim families hold the keys to the door of this church, which has been there in various guises for 1600 odd years, in order to keep the peace between 3 feuding Christian denominations.
Of course.
Because if you want rows internally in Christianity,
we're good at that.
We are good at that.
We've 800 years to prove it.
And the rest. It's kind of a complex now, right? And it's used by different ancient churches. And by ancient churches, we don't mean physical buildings. We obviously mean denominations.
When you say complex, I immediately think of sports complex. So I just imagine the ancient churches going in, "No, it's my day for squash." Abdul. No, you were here last week.
It's just the Ethiopian Orthodox lads have booked the 5-a-side hall and are having a row with the Syrian Orthodox lads.
But the football's on upstairs in the bar if you want to go on up.
Yeah. So we've got the Roman Catholic, Greek Orthodox, Armenian Orthodox, Syrian Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox, and Coptic Orthodox.
And we're all fighting each other.
Each of those have monks living there, right? So this has been fraught for hundreds and hundreds of years, to the extent that if you look up the row, there is a serious lads throwing punches. I think it's the Armenians and the Greek lads.
Right.
Pucking the heads off each other from a couple of years ago, like full on, like they have a row.
So we haven't even copped on in modern times like this.
They have a row over. You can use this bit. You can use this bit. The order of the procession has to be here. It's unbelievably laid out, and it's laid out. But it goes according to the rules of the Ottomans, who came up with basically a contract in the 1850s and went, "I'm sick of this shit going on, lads.
This is what we're doing.
You get this bit. You get this bit." So they all obey the rules from 1852 or 1853.
Right.
To the Ottomans laid out this because
fair play.
There was serious rows over this, okay? To the extent that Russia threatened to invade in the 1850s, right? Russia threatened to invade in 1853 to invade Turkey, because the Ottomans had control of Jerusalem at this point, if they granted France's request to give the Greek Orthodox area of the church to the Roman Catholics.
France wanted the Greek Orthodox area
to be given
where the paddle courts are now. They wanted that to be given to who?
The French basically went, "We are so much better at pool. We want the pool tables. Please give us the pool tables." And Russia went, "You will not give pool tables.
Fantastic.
You will not give pool tables away." And the Ottomans went, "Oh, this is very comfy furniture. We should name something after this."
That's so good.
The Ottomans went, "No, okay, we're not giving away the Greek Orthodox because the Russians, obviously Orthodox, went mad at this, okay? So, because these lads can't be trusted to play nice, there are 2 Muslim families that control access to the doors.
Literally families, like not Muslim church denominations, like not Muslim. It's literally families.
It's amazing, right? There's a great interview on the BBC. We'll link it to the in the podcast notes. Members of the Al Husseinis family, along with another Muslim family, the Nusaybes. My apologies for the pronunciation.
You're doing great.
Have become. Well, I know it's one language you don't speak.
It's better than your Russian accent.
Shut up. Dospedania, or whatever that is. Spasiba. They've become permanent fixtures in this fabric of the church, shall we say. So every morning when the church doors opens at 4 a.m, members of the 2 families or a representative appointed by them is present for what has emerged as this kind of tradition to open up the doors. So the Muslim representative unlocks the latch and pushes open one door, and then a clergyman from either the Roman Catholic, the Greek Orthodox, or Armenian Orthodox Church, who take it on turns in a rotating basis, pulls the door from the inside, and while the other clergy denominations, they all sit there and supervise it.
Oh my God.
And then the same thing happens in reverse when the church closes at 7 p.m.
That is.
There's a great little interview with one of the members of the Al Husseini family, and he pulls out this, it's the key, and he goes, "This is the only key to the door."
Yeah.
It's 20 centimeters long. And he holds the key, and then
in between his arse cheeks for the rest of the day.
He holds the key, and then the other family is charged with the physical work of opening the actual door. So the second family, not the Al Husseinis, they say that they trace it back to 637 What? When the Caliph Omar first brought Islam to Jerusalem. All right, and Al Husseini disagrees with him. He's like, "That's not when you came."
Oh, don't tell me those boys are fighting now as well.
Al Husseini, no, they're mates. And Al Husseini, the representative in the article, he says, "No, well, we got the key from Saladin, right? And Saladin asked us to be the custodian and doorkeepers, right? And he says, but we were sheikhs, he says. So we didn't want to do that physical work of going up and down a ladder and opening the door. So we asked your family to do it. So they have this little crack in between them. But no one has disproved this. And historians aren't very interested in disproving this. But the point is they have been doing it for hundreds of years. We don't know exactly when it started back in antiquity. Yeah. But they're the only people trusted because all the Christians will fight among themselves.
That is fabulous.
To do it. I genuinely suggest the two things you should look up is Hercule Poirot early episodes. But look up fights, physical, like there's proper monks laying each other out and going for it. And then I suppose the Shaolin lads are like, hold me beer. The Shaolin monks just wander in and start
Are you trying to like turn this podcast into one of those like, you know, fight YouTube or X channels where like it's just like you're going to start with this now and constantly send people down like major scrap outside the square in Tala?
No, what would be better than that is if we cause basically religious call-out videos.
Oh, nice.
So we can get Armenian monks on here and start calling out the Greek Orthodox Church. Or the Catholic lads come out and call. If you're a French Catholic monk, if you could demand the...
well, first of all, email us at
www.tmtpodcast@gmail.com.
Email us there and tell us that you're prepared to come over to Ireland fully garbed.
Yeah.
And do a call out video on a Greek Orthodox or an Armenian or
the Syrians or anybody you want.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a call and response.
I love it.
It'll be amazing. Yeah, support us on Patreon now, and we shall talk to you next week.
Yeah, don't forget on the Patreon you can win tickets to go see Neil Delamere in the Olympia on May 8th and September
the 20th. I have a full UK tour as well at the end of the year, so please buy tickets to that.
Okay, neildelamere.com/tickets. But win tickets on Patreon. Plus, I don't know what the prize is, but I have a little game to play. Maybe it's the prize is his tickets. I don't know. Anyway, come to Patreon.
Thanks.